Hello, this is Lowell Jacobs. This is another in the series of specialty videos from the Pencader Heritage Area Museum. We're open first and third Saturdays of the month, and we'd welcome a visit from you. No admission fee. What we're going to talk about at the moment is a little bit of introduction to the practice of wood carving, which of course in earlier days was known as whittling. And it was only your retired old guys sitting on park benches that whittled sticks down to little toothpicks that were considered to be whittlers. Not the case. For a whole several generations now, wood carving has been a respected form of art, particularly here in the Northeast, where we've got, of course, the Chesapeake Bay folks, dating back to the Ward brothers and those remarkable decoys that they started making after market hunting was eliminated. And, of course, guys like Bill Veazey are doing today with remarkable pieces of work. So I'm a sort of a self-taught amateur whittler. Whittling is usually a single knife and a single piece of wood, sort of like this. You know, it's not the gigantic wood carving things like the traditional English style of floral carvings that you would see as panels in churches and in public areas. Marvelous material, usually done out of oak or linden, which is also known as basswood. But this is the sort of thing that you train yourself to do. I've been doing it probably since I was some preteen, probably 12. And as I once told somebody, if you only cut yourself once a month, you're doing remarkably well. So how many times have I cut myself in 50 years of wood carving at once a month? Multiply that out, you get 600 cuts. So you would think these would be confettis flapping in the wind, but I heal fairly quickly. It's not a problem. Band-Aids are cheap. So what you've got is you can do this very inexpensively. In the old days, we would have a pocket knife. Here's my father's. As far as I know, this is a knife. It's probably close to 100 years old. He never had anything new. This is probably a used knife when he got it as a young man. Today, we would use a specialty carving knife. They look like this. This is X-Acto knife. Cost under $10. It comes with a replaceable blade, so you don't have to know how to sharpen a knife. Very useful. You can do small carvings as you see in front of you here. If you don't have access to thick wood, you glue it up. Here's, for example, 3 pieces of wood glued together to make a basic little duck blank. They're called blanks to start with. A little bit of carving. You can carve it down. Here's the same sort of thing that's been finished carved, including signature on the bottom, which is nice. And I typically leave them like that, although you can go farther. You can sand them and varnish them. There's probably 12 coats of varnish on that. Looks very nice, but takes quite a long time to do. These being pine. Other woods, this is Osage orange, which is, those are the big round 4 6-inch diameter balls that you see along fence rows. That's Osage orange. This is walnut. These are very hard woods, and you don't carve them with knives. You can also, of course, make small toys at the top. You can do commemorative woods. This is a piece of wood from an 1880 house. The bottom of it still has the broadaxe mark. So you can make decorative commemorative decoys or things of that nature. This material here is the termite dust. Okay. Other things you can do with wood carving is, these are called love spoons, Welsh. And a young man courting a girl could make one of these for his girl, and it meant he was pretty serious. If she accepted it, she was pretty serious too. Of course, you can go farther. This is a little bit of the decorative style. All right. Wooden chains, tramp art. Maybe at the next rail stop, the guy could trade this for a meal, so it's kind of a form of currency. Utility kitchen tools. All right. And, of course, specialty forms. There's a muzzle loader here. The wooden stock is a form of wood carving, fairly serious, because if it malfunctions you could have a problem. And on the other side here are musical instruments that is I would call it an advanced form of wood carving. The one you see on the back with the decorative inlays, that instrument probably has 150 hours of work. It's the sort of thing you did in the off season. Again, you can get started in wood carving for about $10. And you can teach yourself. I'm sure on the web you can probably find instructional sources also. And we have talked from time to time, and we may still do it, doing a program here, a wood carving, a course here at the museum. And if you're interested, give us a call, and we'll see what we can do about setting it up. It'll take 4 to 6 people, I would guess, as a minimum. And of course, very young people would have to have parental consent. So that's a brief introduction. Thank you very much for talking to us, and we hope to see you. Thank you.